On November 5th, 1978, a much improved Tampa Bay Buccaneer team returned to the site of their first game ever. Owner Hugh Culverhouse and head coach John McKay had the Bucs in the playoff chase, while 2 years before, they just wanted to get out of the Coliseum alive.
You can't stop a pass or a run. Otherwise, we're in great shape. Come on, knock somebody. Hey, what's wrong with playing Mon in the game? He tackles. Huh? We got all these old pros. Nobody tackles. What's your other linebacker? Cooper? Get him in the game. Get in there. He's got to be twice as good as that guy. He hadn't blocked a guy in 12 years. Woo! Letting a bunch of... If they were any slower, they'd have to be two teams. There are a hell of a lot of careers going to end Monday.
Coach, what do you think of your professional debut? What's it like in the professional ranks? Anything special?
No, I was beat 51-0 in the college ranks. It's the same thing. We were unaggressive, we did out-hustle, and we were uninspiring. I thought we would at least be aggressive and hustle, and we didn't.
You find it a challenge taking over an expansion team?
Oh, yeah, we're having a good time trying to do it, and we'll get it done, but we're not ready to play the Los Angeles Rams at this time.
Just 2 years later, as those same Rams would find out, the Buccaneers were ready to play anyone. In 1978, the most important addition was #1 draft pick Doug Williams, a quarterback out of Grambling who put some snap into John McKay's offense. But against the Rams, McKay's offense broke its jaw. The Bucs fell far behind, then proved just how far they have come. A 66-yard option pass from Lewis Carter to Morris Owens set up a score, and Ricky Bell's touchdown brought the Bucs to within 4 points. But the Rams then went ahead 23-16, and with 56 seconds to go, quarterback Mike Ray searched for a miracle. Ray's 23-yard touchdown pass to John McKay brought the Buccaneers into a 23-23 tie with the powerful Rams. But Tampa Bay's celebration was short-lived as Los Angeles moved downfield to set up a winning field goal try with 6 ticks left. A 26-23 loss to the Rams ended the Buccaneers' playoff aspirations in 1978. But in just 2 years, the Buccaneers had come a long, long way since that first date in the Los Angeles Coliseum. Buccaneer fans come in all shapes and sizes. In 1978, they also came in large numbers. Attendance at Tampa Bay home games was the 5th best in the league. Buck backers got their first glimpse of their team on a Saturday evening when the Giants and Buccaneers opened the 1978 NFL season. The Bucs played what has already become their usual brand of defense. But what Tampa Bay fans had come to see was the kid quarterback with the big right arm. It would be hard to imagine a worse beginning. Williams' first official NFL pass was intercepted and returned for a touchdown as the Bucs lost to the Giants. Player and fan alike had to wonder as Tampa Bay lost to Detroit the next week. But John McKay's Tampa Bay Buccaneers had improved, and they would soon prove it. Up until this year, the Buccaneers could never have overcome a play like this. But the fact is, on the same day Tampa Bay pulled this stunt, they also made enough good plays to upset Minnesota for their first win of the season. The next week, in weather made for football follies, the Bucs hung on to enough mud pies to defeat the Falcons. But then, on a perfectly beautiful Tampa Bay Sunday, the Bucs fell all over each other, losing the rematch to Minnesota. Injuries forced the Bucs to suffer a season of inconsistency. On a good day, they would score 30 points to beat the Chiefs. On a bad one, Jimmy DeBose, number 35, would become the first Buccaneer to rush for over 100 yards, but then was lost for the season with a knee injury in the same game. A Tampa Bay loss to New York. With a 3-4 record, the Bucs were at a mid-season crossroads. In games against Chicago, Green Bay, and Los Angeles, Coach McKay believed the character of his team would be determined. The Bears fell beneath a 33-point Buccaneer barrage, and Tampa Bay became a contender.
We said Sunday when we played the Bears, if we can beat the Bears, we go from a pretender to a contender because of our division and how it's being played in our division. It isn't one team is dominating. Certainly, if some team in our league would win 11-5, we would be out of it. We can't. We aren't that good. And I think Green Bay is a really improved team, and of course everybody's amazed. But Bart is an excellent coach. He has a good coaching staff, and they have some very good young players. They're hard to move the ball on, and if we can move the ball, I think we can close them down fairly decently. At least I'm going out this afternoon with that anticipation.
McKay's defense made McKay's word stand up as they limited Green Bay to just 6 points, and Tampa Bay led 7-6 when a Williams to Owens completion set up the Bucs' only touchdown. But with less than a minute left, Buccaneer hopes were dealt a crushing blow as the Packers lined up a winning field goal try. The Packers' long kick with 45 seconds left was good. The Rams' kick 1 week later with 6 seconds left was good. But the Bucs had truly been contenders, losing 6 games by a total of 24 points, 3 in the last minute.
This year we haven't played anybody that we didn't think we were going to win. Last year we didn't have that feeling. In '76 we said if we can get out of here without getting killed, the miracle has been established that. You know? I think we're kind of a happy-go-lucky team. We don't get too much rah-rah or jump up and down. I used to do that years ago and got my feet stepped on. So we kind of walk out and play. Our thing is we have a lot better players than people think we do. But with our record of last year, it's hard for, I think, the person that sees us play say, well, they don't have any good players, but we really do.
A great deal of Orange pride stems from the Buccaneers' 3-4 defense, which includes many of McKay's good players, one that ranked first against the run and second overall in the entire NFL. A team cannot play the 3-4 without an excellent nose tackle. In number 76, Dave Pear, the Buccaneers have one, their first Pro Bowl player. Lined up directly opposite the center, Pear is responsible for breaking down blocking patterns. But the nose tackle must be more than a bull in a china shop. Given a one-on-one situation with the center, he must be the one who wins. Beating the center is often not enough. Occasionally, pair will face two one-on-one matchups on the same play. He will often win them both. The nose tackle must also exert pass pocket pressure. Getting there an instant too late is not good enough. Pair number 76, Bill Cola number 77, Randy Crowder, Wally Chambers number 60, and Charlie Hanna number 73 are all capable pass rushers. But with only 3 down linemen, at least one must be a constant pain in the pocket. On the Buccaneers, the pain wears number 63 and goes by the name of Leroy Selden. One blocker is no match for Selden. Opposing offenses will often double-team Selden. Would you believe 2 men can't block him either? Well then, would you believe 3 men? At times, there is just no way to block the great defensive ends. All NFC selection Leroy Selman is one of them. A team doesn't deploy the 3-4 without good linebackers either. Part lineman, part defensive back, but mostly sticker, like number 54, Richard Wood. The 4 in the 3-4 must be able to smell the ball. Wood did so more than any other Buccaneer, leading the team in tackles. The play of Wood and fellow inside linebacker Dewey Selman, number 61, often goes unnoticed in the turmoil of the interior line. As members of the secondary, however, they become more visible and, in fact, must be able to help out against the pass. Number 56, Cecil Johnson, mans one outside linebacker spot. Out here, containment is the name of the game. Nothing must get outside Johnson or David Lewis, number 57, who has developed to the point where all pros like Ron Yary, number 73, are often overmatched against him. Unit play is crucial among the linebackers. Outside backer blitzes, inside backer covers up, and in the secondary where late in the game, the odds strongly favored the NFC's second-best pass defense. A receiver could only watch as Mike Washington, Jarris White, Mark Cotney, Cedric Brown, Curtis Jordan, and Danny Reese, along with the linebackers, combined for the 3rd highest interception total in the league, without sacrificing support against the run. But it was against the pass that they excelled, keeping completions to short gains, frequently averting completions, and 29 times coming up with the ball themselves. The Bucs 3-4 added up to outstanding defensive play, as only 3 teams gave up fewer yards, and all 3 made it to the conference championship games. In 1978, the Buccaneer offense began to make strides. The Bucs shattered nearly all of their seasonal records, scoring more points than in the 2 previous years combined. While razzle plays may dazzle the fans, they cannot be a steady diet. To reach peak efficiency, an offense must perform the meat and potato tasks, the no-glory jobs that went to offensive linemen Steve Wilson, Dave Revis, Darrell Carlton, Jeff Winans, Greg Horton, Gary Petts, Dan Medlin, Randy Johnson, and Kurt Schumacher, who all helped make Doug Williams the hardest quarterback in the league to sack. There are few headline grabbers on an offensive line, just the nuts and bolts that characterize the no-glory special teams as well. Good special teams provide big plays and a talent pool. In Dana Nafziger, Aaron Brown, Charles White, Rick Bonas, and Paul Harris, the Bucs have good backup talent running under Dave Green and Neil O'Donoghue's kicks. And several players made important contributions to the offensive and defensive units. Punt returner Danny Reese, number 46, joined the defensive backfield on passing downs, and fellow returner George Ragsdale developed into a fine backup running back. Ragsdale, Jimmy DeBose, Lewis Carter, and Johnny Davis, number 38, were capable backs. Ricky Bell, number 42, was the leader of this pack and improved in every way possible in his second NFL season. The Buccaneers' starting backfield was only intact for 4 games in 1978. The Bucs won 3 of them. When running backs Ricky Bell and Jimmy DeBose and quarterback Doug Williams were healthy, so was the Tampa Bay offense. In 1977, Ricky Bell was the number 1 pick in the entire college draft. And in 1978, the Bucs again went for offense with their first selection when they chose Grambling University's Doug Williams, number 12. Williams was an immediate favorite among Tampa Bay fans, but nobody dug Doug more than John McKay.
We needed a quality quarterback. I think all teams do, and we haven't had that, and now we do have it. And Doug has given us the weapons that has given our team the confidence that if we will hold it close, Doug can win this thing for us. Before, we said we'll hold it close, but we ain't going to win it anyhow. And so I think that's the difference. I'd give the young man a great deal of credit for what he has done for us.
What Doug Williams has done for Tampa Bay is to bring boundless physical skills to the quarterback position, finally filling a fatal flaw in the Buccaneer offense. Of course, not every pass will be perfect, but Buck receivers can catch it anyway. When Williams wants to go long, he can look for Larry Mucker, number 87, Frank Grant, or Morris Owens, number 85. Number 89, John McKay, works the shorter wide receiver patterns, occasionally going long, but always capable of making what the pros call the tough catch. Number 88, Jimmy Giles and Jim Obradovich. Number 86, give the Bucs two tight ends who can catch. In 1978, quarterback Mike Ray, number 15, proved why he is an important part of the Bucs' future. But if there was one player who characterized the strides made by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it was Doug Williams. Like the team itself, Doug Williams came a long way in 1978. By season's end, he was confident and cool, a leader, not at all like the rookie who had had such a rocky beginning. Chapter 3 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer story reads much the same way. There could not have been a rockier beginning for any team. But the memory of that frustrating first season is fading, replaced by the much more vivid remembrances of 1978's improvement. Hugh Culverhouse and John McKay said that it would take them 5 years to build a winner. Recent developments prove they are right on schedule.